sure this is even a good view. Yeah, actually a little lower than it probably should be. There we go. So if I could bring the tripod in, when do you do that? You know, if you're like certain people, you don't give a shit. You work out prime part of the day with a $1,000 camera and record yourself. Me, you know, using my cell phone. I don't want nobody around me. I don't want anybody in my videos except me. You know, it would be cool, you know, when you're doing real heavy weights, like, so Planet Fitness, incline. I'll get up to over 345s on each side, right? The equivalent of 345s. Maybe it's 345s and 10, maybe it's a little bit more than that. Whatever, right? That is most likely the biggest weight that was lifted that day at Planet Fitness, the one I go to. I ain't never seen anybody else put that weight on there. I've seen some people, you know, do a few reps on the flat, but not on incline. And you know, 4 to 8 reps, that's pretty solid for those heavier sets, right? Now, if people were lifting more than that, nobody would really pay attention, but you can just see the eyeballs when you put some seriously heavy weight on there, like, oh whoa. And then when you're doing rep number 8 and you fail, you know, you just kind of feel like people are like, oh, that was too much weight for him. But did they count the 7 reps before the failure? All right, we yapped enough. So it'd be nice to get 8. I always F up the counting. We'll probably count out loud, which is distracting. Always nice to have somebody else counting. You should be concentrating on your form and your breathing, right? Now from this position, one going up is 1 rep, right? If you pull it off the rack and bring it down, it takes a little more energy. This is obviously easier for that one reason, except for the spotter bar being a item I can smack into. All right. Here we go, folks. 196. So that last one, we definitely arched our back like a motherfucker. Whew. That is what it is. So with that said, the amount of reps we just did, we should be able to do 200 for 8. I honestly thought I was at 205 somewhere, but whew. That was a hell of a workout, folks, on that one. All right, we got one more. One more. I won't count the reps on this. Now, some of my fans out there, they'll hear me breathing and probably tell me I should lose some weight. That's fair. But I also did a hell of a set. I pushed myself harder than the last time. To quote Greg, do set. And hell, we were successful. Might have cheated a little bit on that last one, but We also did it relatively slow with control. And so, had I have gone at the normal speed, we might have got 11, but we would have had some banging on the bar. Oh yeah, weight belt. There's everything sucking the wind out of me. So if I go to the gym, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do today. Maybe just abs. You know, that's a very important thing, right? Obviously, it's nice to have a six-pack, but the reason that I hit the abs so hard is not the six-pack aspect, because I don't have one, but it's keeping that core strength, folks. That's going to allow you to lift this heavier weight. Injuries I've sustained in the past, not having a strong core, you know, being in a bench press competition and injuring yourself, even though you might have won, you might have been the overall champion, right? So heaviest weight, maybe not pound per pound, but you know, did that twice. Kind of wouldn't mind doing another competition here in my older days for flat bench. I was so close to buying a bench shirt, because that's what I'm going to do. I hope that the way those are, you know, will help support my shoulder, help with my stabilization, and also allow me to lift more, right? Because it's a quick training thing. Once you get used to it, which I am not getting the 20% out of these slingshots. I'm getting more like 10. Depends on the weight I do. Maxing out 10%, right? Big deal. 20% would have been some awesome numbers. But just getting 10%, not that big a deal. And the triceps are the reason for that. We got one that's strong but has a bad elbow. One that's semi-strong and has no excuse except for a weak shoulder. Those two things kind of counter each other. Oh, why I'm not lifting more. Oh, and the age and the possible testosterone levels. Oh. So a lot of things I've thought about doing, folks. One, you know, if I was retired and nobody would see these videos, I'd probably, I don't know if I do OnlyFans, but I'd figure out a way to maybe make more money off these videos. You know, shirtless, posing briefs, you know, whatever it may be, right? I'm just kidding. I say that, but if there's a way to make money, you know, would I sell my soul to the devil, right? And then we've talked about, you know, supplements, right? I should get back into creatine. We'd see the numbers probably go up 5, what do you think here? 5, 10%? I know with, like, let's just say a raw 315 bench press, if I did that I'm doing at least 8 reps with creatine. If my max was 340, I'm probably doing, you know, 365, 370, even higher maybe. 225, if I'm able to do 18, 19 without creatine, I'm doing 26, maybe more. So, you know, with the slingshot, oh my God, that'd be some ridiculous weight. But that shit tears up my system. I don't know. Long-term effects, probably not so good. This is our last set. I'm dragging it out. Not trying to get the watch hours completely up. We've been down here almost an hour. We almost broke we did break a record for workout down here. 2 hours almost the other day. It was ridiculous. Just to max out on the flat bench. Check out that video, please. It doesn't have a lot of watches, but I'm kind of proud of it, you know. It's like I had not maxed out flat in 2.5 years since before my shoulder got jacked up. And bench press sort of competition in Hawaii, where it was bench, deadlift, and squats. I just did the bench press part, but we got up to 360, and I think I was doing creatine at the time, so 360, not bad for at that time. Would have been 49. Then I'm go to Africa. I fuck up my shoulder, working out there. But before that, I was back to doing 315 for 8 on the decline. I want to say I did 340, yeah, 340 raw on the decline for 6. Then after that, the reps went way down fast. But so where was my max there, folks? Probably closer to 400 than it was, you know, 360 at that point. So then I fucked up my shoulder. Rehabbed it a little. I found the slingshot. I found, you know, different stuff. I actually at one time was stronger with the weights than I am now. Not that it's the same, but we have a video on here of 390 or 395 on the Smith machine for 1 rep, no spotter. Maybe I would have got 400 that day. That was when I was in serious pain still, and I just found like a slingshot variant. Ever since I've got weaker, and then you know what, that might have been with creatine. So now we're probably, you know, 380 on the Smith, 377 we did flat on the decline. We have a 381 lift. Really a powerful 381. It was, that day was probably a 390. So we're just all over the place as far as, you know, wondering what our max is raw. But now that we did a video, and we have an idea where we're at, so we can only go up, hopefully. All right, we got 136 on here, and I'm using lifting straps to just use these instead of the gloves. Okay, that's gonna do it, folks. Not my best lifts, but still better than 90-some% of Americans, and probably 99% better than the rest of the world. And if you factor in the Chinese, the Indians,